It's Fans Corner. Welcome to it, and thank you so much for making time for us. We are back in the Betway Premiership, and we've just watched the Soweto derby between Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates out at the FNB Stadium, and that game ending in 2-1, and the score ending 2-1 in favor of Orlando Pirates. Actually, I'm tempted to say important 3 points for Orlando Pirates, but having said what I said during the week, I don't think these 3 points are going to be as important as they would have been if Pirates did not lose against Sekhukhune United during the week. Had Pirates won against Sekhukhune during the week and won this game today, then that would have put them 6 points behind Mamelodi Sundowns, and that would look like some serious pressure. Right now, I don't think these 3 points are as important as they would have been had the situation been otherwise. I'm not hating. I'm just looking at I'm backing up what I said during the week. I don't want to backtrack by statement what I said during the week. I said during the week that it's in the hands of Mamelodi Sundowns, as all of us can see from the 5 games that Sundowns still have to play. They only need to win 3. If they win 3 of those games, then it's over for Pirates. So, which means right now anything that Pirates does is not as significant as it would be if it was in their hands. But in any case, if there is to be a miracle, I guess these 3 points become important. But if there was a team that needed 3 points before today's Soweto derby, it's Kaizer Chiefs. It's us, Kaizer Chiefs, who needed the 3 points more than Orlando Pirates, because that would have put us in a better position in terms of trying to get a spot in the top 8, because right now it's not in our hands anymore as well, just like it's not in their hands for Orlando Pirates to win the league. So if you look right now, there are teams that are currently playing. As I'm recording right now, there are currently teams that are playing. That puts Kaizer Chiefs at position. It puts Kaizer Chiefs at position 10. Same points as number 11, which is Marumo Gallants. Same games, same points. And in this case, I think Kaizer Chiefs don't stand a chance. They have 2 games to go. So I think Chiefs needed the points more. But looking at the game, in the first half, I think what we can say from this game is that if you watch the game, the whole 90 minutes, you can tell which team played in a bigger league, in a bigger competition. You can tell Pirates played in a bigger competition, and they've learned their lessons from the CAF Champions League, because you could see that they've learned that they don't have to outplay their opponents in order to get their favorable results from a game. In this game, they knew they needed 3 points, because obviously in Pirates mentality, they're not thinking of throwing in the towel and thinking the league is gone. They're going to play until the last game, until it's mathematically impossible for them to win the league. They will try to do that, despite what we are saying as people with opinions about the game. But they knew that in order for them to get 3 points, they don't have to outplay Kaizer Chiefs. They can just allow Chiefs to have the ball if Kaizer Chiefs want to have the ball, which is what happened in the first half. We saw Kaizer Chiefs having most of the possession. But unfortunately, with Kaizer Chiefs having most of the possession, you can then tell that in terms of planning, they don't have plans as to what to do with the ball. Yes, they have the ball, but then what do they do with it? Because in the first half, you saw them having most of the ball and failing to create chances. Pirates with the least amount of time on the ball and fewer touches on the ball. They created more chances than Kaizer Chiefs. They created 2 big chances in the first half, and Kaizer Chiefs could not. Kaizer Chiefs could not create those big chances having that ball. And the ball playing in mostly on the Pirates half in the first 45 minutes still did not favor Kaizer Chiefs at all, because still it ended with Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates at one apiece. And in the second half, you started seeing the Pirates that has learned lesson, like I'm saying, from CAF, because now you could see, especially when they took the lead. Which brings me to another point. I think in the middle of the park, Kaizer Chiefs really were lacking in this particular game. You saw how Pirates won the game. It was a turnover ball. It was a Kaizer Chiefs ball. They could have gone and attacked, and they tried to play the dummy, and they lost the ball. And when Pirates turned it over, they went on to score. And after scoring, there was only one team that was going to win. There was no way Kaizer Chiefs were going to equalize, given the way they were playing. Because when they have the ball, they just can't create those big chances. Unfortunately, they don't have those kinds of players who can create those big chances. We saw even who's this, Dupree coming in. You even forgot that Dupree came in the second half. He came in when it was still 1-1, and the Pirates scored. We even forgot up until the end of the game. We even forgot that we had Ashley Dupree there, because I think Kaizer Chiefs they had the players, but they don't know what to do with the ball. The planning of Kaizer Chiefs, the game plan was just it was a terrible game plan. I think they didn't know what to do with the ball, and sometimes you need individual brilliance. I think Lilepo tried. He did. He can only try. One man can only try so much. Unfortunately, Pirates were just. You can see that the two teams are classes apart. Pirates is on a different class to Kaizer Chiefs, which also explain our positions in the league right now. Pirates is on a different class. It's chalk and cheese. It's what I said about Chiefs and Sundowns in another game, I think, last season. It's the difference between the two teams in chalk and cheese. They can allow a good team can allow you to have the ball, but if you're not as good as they are, you're probably not going to win them. We are going to win the game. This is exactly what happened in today's game, unfortunately, and it's painful, especially for us who support Kaizer Chiefs, to watch a game like that, and because it gives you hope that actually we can do something, because we have the ball and you're playing a team and then they don't have the ball, you have the ball, but you can't do anything with the ball when you have it. And Pirates, when they had the ball, when it mattered the most, they came through and they scored. One thing that I have to say, the red card, the loss itself, I think when I looked at the game at beginning of the game, before the beginning of the game, actually, looking at the two starting 11s, you look at them on paper, you just expected Orlando Pirates to win the game because of the experience that they've had throughout this season and the quality of the players that they have. On paper, it looked like Pirates were going to win the game, I think, in my opinion. So, losing the game, in as much as a fan, it hurts, okay? But what hurt me the most was not the loss. Losing Bradley Cross, the way we lost him in terms of that second yellow card and therefore a red card, which then means he's not going to be available in the Nedbank Cup, really hurt me, because I think we started to see Bradley Cross, who is looking like he's settling down at Kaizer Chiefs. Even in the previous game that we lost, he looked good. He looked better than in many games. In this game, he barely put a foot wrong. It's unfortunate that he had a yellow card in the very early stages of the first half, and being able to push all the way to close to the 90th minute, still on that one yellow card, was really impressive from him. Had it not been for that, I mean, you are playing against a very skillful player in Mohaun Kota. He's going to take chances. He's going to try a whole lot of skills against you. He tried throughout the whole 90 minutes, and Bradley Cross really stood his ground. I think he had a good game, other than the effect that he got. Had he not gotten the second yellow card, I think he would have stood up as one of the better players for Kaizer Chiefs in this particular game. And it really hurts me that we are not going to be able to have him in the final because of this red card. Otherwise, congratulations to Orlando Pirates. I think the second half, really, we saw what the importance of playing in bigger competitions. I guess for Kaizer Chiefs, it will also come through for them in the next season when they play in the CAF Confederations Cup. Maybe this kind of experience will assist them as well to be a better team in the league. But also, just to before we close. You know what I've been saying, and we had a conversation on this particular point on some social platforms with other people saying that I want Chiefs to qualify for the Confederations Cup, but I don't want them to qualify for the MTN 8. I did say that because I know that as a fan, you want your team to compete in all competitions, and you want to win all competitions if you can. But with the kind of squad that we have and the time that we are going to have to build a squad, I don't think the MTN 8 comes too early. I think if we don't qualify for that competition, it's fine. I know it would be nice to see Chiefs competing in there, but I think it would be fine for us not to compete in the MTN 8. It's okay. Let's go into the second into next season and focus on the league and the other two competitions and the Confederations Cup, if that helps us, because I think the MTN 8 comes a little bit too early, and sometimes you end up losing your focus on the league and focus on that cup, and you end up not doing so well, especially when you're still building. Other teams that have their squads in place and everything in order, I think it works perfect for them. But for us, I think right now we are fine where we are, in as much as it hurts, but I think I'm personally okay with that. But a loss is a loss. I'm still hurt. I would have loved to I think I would have been okay with the draw. A loss really is not so nice. I mean, especially for Chiefs that hasn't been winning games in so much time. It's not so good. Going into the final in the Nedbank Cup final, I think Pirates are going to be coming there with so much confidence. They don't have a lot of pressure. They've already won a tournament in this season. Kaizer Chiefs have so much pressure, especially having not won anything in the past 10 seasons or so. It's going to be a very difficult one. This would have been a very nice way to prepare for the Nedbank Cup. But we'll see what happens next week. Otherwise, this has been Fans Corner. Thank you so much for your time. We meet again in the next one.